So our call is being recorded. So um, and let's get the call started. So my 2 minute story, and my apologies, staff, we didn't catch your 2 minute story on recording, but we'll do it again. My 2 minute story is very simple. Um, I come from 20 years in the industry in direct sales and network marketing, and and I was with a travel company for 10 years, and the owner of that company got cancer and passed away really, really quickly. Like he was gone within a year. So my entire business disappeared. I was the first Canadian in that company and had a team of, I built a team of 10,000 sales reps, 10,000 team members. Part of that team were some of the top leaders in Opulence Global. Mr. Rene Liao, Ms. Sherry Zhao, Ms. Nora Bastian, quite a few people were in my team, and they had come over to, at that time, GWT. And so when everything was falling apart with that company, I'm happy I stayed in touch with Mr. Rene Liao. And so I love the industry of direct sales. And the reason why I picked the industry is because of all the platforms I've experienced in my career. I've never been on a platform where the average person have, they have an above average chance to do well with a very low investment. And so I've always loved platforms like Opulence Global. So when Mr. Rene Liao stayed in touch with me for the entire 10 years he was here, while I was still there at that other company, when he found out everything had fallen apart, and I literally lost everything, like everything. I lost my marriage, I lost my home, I lost my vehicle, I lost everything. I remember opening the fridge and there was no food. Because remember, once you're building your business and you're living that lifestyle, the bills don't stop. And when your income disappears overnight, the bills don't stop, right? And so I'm grateful that Rene Liao reached out to me and said, Anil, I heard what happened. At that time, I was in Vancouver. And he said, come back to Toronto. Let's get together, because some of the stuff you taught me back in the days, what I've used here at Opulence Global, which was at the time GWT, to become a millionaire. And I'm like, really? And I go, that's really cool to hear. He goes, yes, come back, because he goes, I got you. And I came back. I immediately within that week went to meet with Renee, and I've been part of Opulence Global now for 4 years. Because when I saw what he was up to, who he stood for as a person, him being consistent, I realized I could continue playing the game I play on the planet, which is to make a difference for people wherever I am, whenever I meet them. And so I constantly share my 2 minute story with people about what I'm up to, and that I'm rebuilding everything from zero after losing everything, and having to basically pick myself off the floor and dust myself off. But I'm thankful to Renee. I'm thankful for the Opulence family, because it's been 4 years now. I'm a lifestyle director 3 alongside my partner, Miss Callie Jensen, my business partner as well. And I'm so happy that I met with Renee. And so when I tell people that story, ladies and gentlemen, just like Steph told her story, uh, it really makes a difference with my business growing, because now people want to join me on my journey because they realize I'm on a mission. So are you on a mission? What are you up to? What are you creating? Do you tell people your story? What game are you playing on the planet? And so today, along with Miss Steph Wise, what we're going to do is we're going to share with you about some people who are playing a big game on the planet. And we're going to share with you what they've done in February of 2019. And so we're very, very excited, because these people, they're, they're like that lamp, that bright burning lamp, you know, that's lighting up the room. They're not under a basket. They're actually sitting on top of the basket, so their light can fill the room. So they are in with Opulence Global being like a light in the world. And so as we go through the recognition today with Night of the Stars that Stephanie is going to do with me, we're very excited to promote these people and talk about them and their accomplishments, because they're really making a difference on the planet. And all I want to do is extend an invitation to all of you on this call to get on the Night of the Stars. We still have a lot of time in March. Let's get you MGRS qualified, CAR qualified. Let's get you accomplishing your goals for being in Opulence Global, so that you can let your light shine, so you can play a big game on the planet, being part of this amazing opportunity. So Stephanie, the floor is yours. So let's get started. So who do we have to talk about today?
Well, I'm going to start by sharing my screen first of all, and then...
Go ahead. If you have any challenges, I'm here. There you go. You don't need me.
Hang on a second. Need to present button. Oh, there we go. It's hiding. All right. So the Night of the Stars, Anil, you did a fantastic introduction of the importance of this call and why recognition is important. And I think here at Opulence Global, we do a phenomenal job at recognition, building people up, inspiring others with our stories of success to show the way for other people to do the same. So we'll start with the top countries, I guess, right, Anil? So new shops.
Yes.
I know Danny was mentioning yesterday on the Facebook Live that, you know, one of the exciting things about the top markets is that each month there tends to be changes, right? So month to month, it really is any market's game. And so I'll just start by sharing the first one here. For February of 2019, the new shops, the top countries. Number 1 is Canada. So congratulations, Canada. Number 2 spot is Kenya. Number 3 spot is St. Lucia. Number 4 is Singapore. And number 5, we actually have a tie, which is really exciting to see. And it looks to be, you know, some new countries to the top market list as well. So Hungary, Nigeria, and Barbados are all tied in 5th place. So that's super exciting to see new markets up and coming. And, you know, when we have ties, we also, there's something to say about just how close the race is month over month. It can be any market's game. Did you want to add some comments to that one, Anil? Or continue?
Yeah, I'm here. Starting off the recognition with the top countries, and I know we have the leaders in those marketplaces. I see them coming on the training today, so we're going to get them to comment in a little bit once we go through the slides, because I know they may want to recognize maybe 1 or 2 or 3 of their key members who have stepped up to the plate and doing really well in the marketplace.
Sure, and as we move through these slides, Anil, just because I'm sharing my screen, I'll ask you to call on the people because I won't be able to do that.
Yes, I will handle that. Yes, absolutely.
All right, perfect. Okay, so top 5 countries for sales. So we've got it divided in partners and VIP shoppers. So Canada takes the top in all 3 categories, topping the charts for partner orders and VIP shopper orders. For partner sales, 2nd place, we have Kenya. 3rd place, we have the USA market. 4th place, St. Lucia again. 5th place, Singapore. And for VIP shoppers, number 1 is Canada. Number 2 is USA. Number 3 is United Kingdom. Number 4, Colombia. And 5, Singapore. So again, just to highlight the new countries to the list, I know United Kingdom has been, you know, close in there and actually appeared 3rd on the list. We've got some amazing partners there up and coming in that market. Colombia, I believe this is the first time I've seen Colombia on the top 5 markets list, which is really exciting to see. So congratulations to all the top countries in all 3 categories. Okay, so now we're on to car qualifiers for February of 2019. No surprise here that we've got a number of individuals that are consistently on this list, starting with the luxury car program, $1,000 program, Renee Liao and Reza Mizgarlu. The executive car bonus, $750. We have Amarjeet, Saeed, and our very own Anil and Callie out of Canada. And the premium car bonus, $500. We have Mr. Arthur Anthony and Miss Samantha Zamani, who is actually a first-time car qualifier. You know, I was chatting with her a little while ago. Maybe we can stop here and hear from some of the car qualifiers to share a few words. I know Samantha was excited to share, what she's been working on and what she's been focusing on, and so it'd be great to hear from her, because I know she has a flea market to attend to afterwards. So Anil, would you call on Samantha and any of the other car qualifiers who wanted to share a few words?
Yes, and I think all of you heard Stephanie clearly. So just raise your hand and I can unmute you so you can speak. Just make sure you're in a quiet place as well. So there we have Samantha. So let me just unmute you, Samantha, and you can talk, okay? And anybody else that are car qualifiers, please speak. I will share as well in a few minutes. So let me just unmute you, Samantha, and you may need to unmute yourself as well. There you go, Samantha, you're live.
Hi, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can. Clearly, yes. Go ahead.
Okay, very good, very good. Thank you for asking me to come on your call. It's very humbling. I've been getting a lot of messages from people, so I'm excited to be able to answer any questions if anybody has any.
Just share with Samantha and speak closer to the microphone. You kind of fade it out. Just share with everybody how long you've been in Opulence Global, what it's been like for you being part of the company, and how do you feel to be car qualified, and share with everybody what vehicle you're going to get. That'd be great.
Can you guys hear me well? Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's clearer now. Yes.
Okay, so first, vehicle is a BMW. So
nice.
Let's not, yeah. I've been with the company just over 6 months. Now I just got the car qualification this month. And so a lot of people have been messaging me, asking me, and not just because of the car qualification, but in the last few months, what my secret is. And honestly, I really don't have an answer, because there isn't any specific thing that I say to anybody. I guess we go back to what Mr. Ramin Misfarlu told me day one. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. And he said 90% of the industry is lacking, not generally lacking, but to be able to have continued energy. And I think that is the only thing that I have, that I think is the secret to, I guess, my success. I don't know.
Right, and actually, you and I will spend some time together, and we see each other every Wednesday.
Yes.
At our Toronto tour. And one thing I noticed about you, Samantha, and maybe you may want to comment on this, is you're consistently consistent. You're always at the showroom with guests. You're never at an event by yourself. There's always either your team members there or you have guests. And I know you do a lot of trade shows and you're in flea markets. So share with everybody your daily, weekly, consistent activity that's generating all this momentum, if you don't mind, please.
Well, maybe if my 2-minute story would help, I think if I can just say that, and then you
go ahead. Yes, go ahead. Yes.
Yeah, we'll get a better understanding as to what happened in the last couple of months. So 6 months ago when I joined, I actually had a full-time job. Everybody knows all the years I've been working with my brother. And when I found Fountain of Life, it changed my health. I've been struggling all my life with health, seizures, and a whole bunch of other stuff. And when a product changed my health to an extent that I became so passionate about Fountain of Life, that's when the aha moment came in. And they say the most important day of your life is the day that you're born. Well, I beg to differ. It's the day you figure out why you're born, to be able to make good money and to impact the health and empower other people for their health and their mental state is the best day of your life. And now it feels really, really good to be able to go to bed knowing I make money and I'm able to help the health of others, because I myself have struggled all my life with health issues. And so I think obviously everybody knows hyper ADD person to the next level, but Fountain of Life has made me more hyper, because I've found a product that does everything that helps. And most things, like, it's not a cure, but Fountain of Life, we all know what Fountain of Life is. It has changed a lot of people's lives. And I think that's where the passion that people hear me, the energy or whatever it is, it's a little bit also because of Fountain of Life. And If I get up every morning and I'm still excited and my heart beats for Fountain of Life, then I know I have a good day ahead of me. You know, daily progress is very important for me. All I do is I compare myself to yesterday, to last week, to 5 months ago, to 6 months ago. And it's okay not to know. It's okay to be confused. It's okay to make mistakes. Anybody who knows me knows I'm the queen of that. Mr. Saeed Human, if it wasn't for this gentleman, I would not be here right now. I kid you not. Nobody could put up with my hyperness. I swear to God. This guy is the most patient, patient, patient. I don't even know, like, what other word I can use? Patient and just like to the next level. And he has been able to put up with me because when I want an answer, when I want something, it's like, bam, bam, thank you, ma'am. I need it done. I need the answer because I'm in that moment and I want to be able to move on with that prospect or with that order. I've made so many mistakes to this day. To be honest, I still don't know the binary system. There's members in my organization that know it better than me. Maybe I haven't even understood the entire prosperity book myself, but there's people like, as Sanaz Human said it best, that analyze the cup and see what it's made of, what quality is it, what color is it, what size is it, can it hold cold water and hot water before you drink it? And then there's people like me and Sanaz, as Sanaz said herself, that just drink the water and then figure out the thing later. So I don't know. Steph said she liked when she heard me say that last night, and I thought maybe that could be something that I could share with you guys. You know, they say if you don't grow daily, then you're dying. So all we're saying is, what I'm saying is, just try to do something better, put in more effort than you did the day before. And when you look back in 6 months, you will see, I don't regret my journey. I've made so many mistakes and I've done a lot of things, but that's what got me here today. And you don't grow in your comfort zone. One of my brother's favorite quotes is, you got to get out of your comfort zone. So if you're comfortable, let's say your biggest month is, I don't know, 20 bottles, try to sell 30 bottles because you will never, I think Anil even said that on the Wednesday meeting. So get out of your comfort zone, try to do daily progress. And like Zig Ziglar says, motivation is like bathing. You got to do it every day. I know it's difficult. Listen, I have my moments. And I want to share this one last thing with you guys. A lot of you see the hype in me, and a lot of you don't know what I've struggled with all my life, and that's my weight. Mr. Ronan, and I know he's on this call, or at least I hope he's on this call, and this one particular thing has changed my life. He made a comment to me when I was in California for business in December, and I said, nobody can ever make me go up on stage to accept my own awards. My brother has been accepting my awards all my life. I've been doing inside sales over the phone all my life. I have never done multi-level marketing in my entire life. I have never done physical sales in my entire life. And now that I have, I see that nobody sees me through the eyes that I've been seeing myself, whether it's a size 10 or a size 12. I'm not going to let my size define me. I was asked to do conference calls 6 months ago because Sanaz Human saw that with me, but saw that within me. But maybe I did as well, but I wasn't ready. Maybe my time is now. But Ronan said something to me, and nobody, even including my own parents, could not get me to speak or to go on stage. He said, if you're not going to do it for yourself, sorry.
It's okay.
He said, if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the people, because you're stealing from people that are being inspired by you. There's a reason why you're born. God put you here and the talent is in you, and you got to do it for others because others are being inspired by you. I hear that from Mrs. Aaron on a daily basis. I hear that from Lise and Leah, Miss Callie Jensen, Lifestyle Director 3, Nora, asking me for help. It's so humbling that you guys would even reach out to me. I still don't know what I'm doing. Honest to God, all I can say to you guys is, whatever you're doing, just keep the energy up, because people are attracted to that. And it's not that I wake up and I press a button to be energetic. By nature, that's who I am. If anything, I need to tone it down. I'm like this in my personal life. Even if I go out to a regular steak dinner, I need to tone it down. I'm loud. That's how I am. That's how my brother is. But I guess, like my mother says it best, I don't have an in between. It's either zero or hero. And to finish off my 2-minute story, 2 months ago, I decided I can't be doing two jobs, even though everybody, including top-notch executives in this company, told me it's a mistake. Do not leave until you make 3 times the amount of income. But it's like being in a marriage, because I was in the bathroom while I was working at another job, texting customers for Fountain of Life. I couldn't. My head wasn't there. My brain wasn't there. I was too passionate about letting the world see what Fountain of Life has done for me to help the health of others, because I want to be able to change the health of others so others don't have to struggle the way that I have struggled, to be able to give them the help sooner, to let them know it's okay to go down and come back up. Like life hits you 7 times, get up on the 8th time and say, excuse my language, you hit like a bitch. This call's being recorded, and hit me again, and hit me on the left side. I apologize for using that language, but I want to be able, you know, one of my downlines, the newest downline, Mr. Marcus said he heard me speaking about my health issues and he got motivated just by hearing. He said, you have now made me realize that there is no excuses, no matter what health issues you have. I have the perfect excuse to sit at home and let my medication define me. I'm not as strong as everybody may think I am. I have my weekdays. Mr. Saeed Human knows how many times in a daily, maybe hourly basis that my mood can go up and down because of a mistake that I make in the binary system or anything. I'm also the person that you guys call an inspiration, a person who has been afraid to speak publicly all her life. So if I can do it, if I, the person who has the perfect excuse to not work and let my medication and my weight at a size 10 or 12 define me, not allow that to define me anymore, then there really isn't any excuses. And if only one person on this call, just one person, changes the way that they're thinking with what the stories that I've said now, that's okay. I may have said a lot of things. I used to be ashamed of sharing my story. I now actually say it on purpose. I'm going to say it more and more, whoever that wants to hear it, because I know that it's motivating people. I've heard people tell me that it's motivating them. And if that's what God put me on this physical planet for, if all I do before I leave the physical planet is just change the life of one person, then my job on this physical planet is done, my friends. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak. I apologize for taking up your times. And, you know, I'm supposed to be at the flea market, but I did take this time because I really did want everybody to hear my why. And hopefully, I'm very excited to see everybody at the red carpet. And I just want to say to the billion.
Well, Samantha, wow. You know, I could feel your energy through the phone and
Oh, I'm toning it down because I'm at the flea market. You should see me if I'm at home.
no, I get that. And before you go, and you know, I speak on behalf of Steph as well. I just want to give you a little bit of coaching. Okay, you need to stop saying you're a burden on anybody, and you need to stop apologizing. Okay, first
Yes,
of all,
yes.
okay, you are a champion, you are a star, like everybody on this call. So you're making a difference, like I said, on the planet, and you're living your dream, and you're finally getting out of your shell, and you know, stepping out of the box and being in the fire, and you're making a difference. And I'm not surprised you're car qualified. I'm not surprised you're
Well, do you know
LD2.
the
You're going to
reason?
be
Sorry to cut you off. I don't think
no problem, no problem.
sorry, I don't even think I said this. I didn't finish my 2-minute story. I'm so, as you can see, all over the place. But 2 months ago, I decided that I want to get out, and I left my full-time job. And so the reason, I think one of the reasons is I'm very hard on myself, I guess maybe permanently dissatisfied when it comes to business, because I've always extremely done well when it comes to business. That's something that's probably the best thing that I've been since the age of 17 when it comes to business wise. It's definitely something I've been in sales all my life. I gave myself 90 days. I know that's not the right thing to do. And by all means, please don't take that advice at all. But I believe that a person either makes it not so much monumental, but to see the light at the end of the tunnel, to see if this is what they want to do, to see if they're impacting lives, to see if others are whatever. And if the answer is a yay after that 90 days, then you're going to continue to do what you're going to do. And I found that yay within 60 days. And I'm very proud to say that I'm not going anywhere. Opulence family, I'm not going to California. And if anything, I just started. and I'm just going to go up from here and just take us, everybody, you know, we're all going to go up together.
Well, you know, Samantha, I really admire your energy, and I love your attitude. And I know, like, I see you often as well. And even when I go to the Opulence showroom at different times of the week, you're there with guests, and you've lit up the switchboard. I mean, on Wednesday, you put in 4 personal LAs, lifestyle advisors. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, Samantha is resilient. She's out there. She's sharing her story. She's, like I said, making a difference on the planet with the people she runs into. She cannot shut up about Opulence Global. So, you know, I've been part of Opulence Global now, coming up on 4 years, and going into 5. And just from hearing her, I want to resign. I want to sign back up, brand new, because I myself will admit, I have to get back to that, how I was in the beginning. You know, there's a saying, write this down. It's better to be ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice.
I'd
I know
rather
some of,
drink. Yeah, yes, exactly.
yeah, I know some of you know that that thought. It's better to be ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice. Yes, Samantha, I do recommend you get to know the comp line and how the binary works. I do recommend to take some time and do that. However, ladies and gentlemen, can you tell, because of her energy, because of her attitude, because of her passion, because of her mission she's on to make a difference and not live in her stories that have held her back for many, many years, she's breaking free, you know, like that butterfly breaking free from the cocoon, from being a caterpillar, you know, that going through that metamorphosis to become a beautiful butterfly. Well, I can definitely see that with Samantha. And I want to acknowledge you, Samantha, for stepping out of your comfort zone in areas that I know you were terrified. It took courage to, you know, something simple as being on camera. Like, you wouldn't be surprised how many times Samantha has scolded me for taking photos of her, and I've had to delete it off my phone. But now she's like, I don't care, take photos of me, because I want to continue to make a difference.
If you guys notice, I now post my own pictures on Opulence. I don't care what angle I look. I really don't anymore. And, you know, my philosophy has always been go big or go home. I didn't come in here to try something or to start something that I can't finish. My name is attached to this business as well, because I do have a big resume when it comes to business. But one thing is, like, someone, you know, usually says, one of my favorite quotes is, well, one of my favorite quotes, 2 favorite quotes actually. One is, to do the same thing over and over again and to expect a different result is a definition of insanity. So for me, to go back up to a level in a business and get there money wise, but not be able to get on stage and accept awards, I might as well have just stayed with Just Energy. What was the point of changing, coming to a new company? My brother's the public speaker. Him and I had to part ways. If I had to find any company, any product, anything that I could have represented, believe me, I feel at home. The Opulence family from day one, before Car qualified, before MGRS qualified, so many people have been messaging me. I've named only a few, asking me for help. It's so humbling. But the last thing I just want to leave you guys with is, says right here, someone once told me to bite off. What does it say? Someone once told me not to bite off, and I'm reading off somewhere, more than I can chew. And I said, I rather choke on greatness, I'm sure you've all heard this, than to nibble on mediocrity. Go big or go home, Opulence family.
Thanks, Samantha. Wow, what a comment
You
to
guys
end.
have any questions?
You know,
I don't know. I can't.
I rather choke on greatness than uh repeat that phrase. I love that. I rather choke on greatness than starve on mediocrity.
Then nibble on mediocrity.
Nibble on mediocrity. I love. Can I steal that from you?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, Samantha, and we expect great things from you moving forward. I know Samantha is going to have people on her team that are MGRS qualified and CROC qualified very, very soon. So thank you for taking time away from your flea market. You know, talk about leading by example. She's at a flea market right now and took time away to speak. So thank you, Samantha.
Thank you very much from all the top-notch executives who even told me that I'm an inspiration. Hearing you guys tell me that has impacted my life. I'm not going to start crying again, sorry, but every single one of you, all the guys that have said things to me in the past few months, they know exactly who they are. Thank you very much, because Not even my own parents can make me come out of my comfort zone. Fountain of Life has changed my health, and the people associated to Opulence Global have made me come out of my comfort zone and be able to finally go on stage and be able to talk on conference calls. And for that, I thank you, because it's almost 40 years. Nobody could have got that out of me. And for that, I will forever be grateful. And I owe everything to Opulence Global. So I am here for the long run. I'm not going anywhere.
Awesome, Samantha. Well, have a great, successful day at the flea market. Yes, don't cry. We don't want you wrecking your makeup because you're there at the flea market. So thank you. And let's continue with our call. Have a great day,
love you
Samantha.
guys all. Bye for now. Thank you.
Yeah, we
Take
love
care.
you. We love you too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We love you, Samantha.
Thank you, sweetheart. I love you all. Bye-bye.
Okay, awesome.
Wow.
Anybody, any one of the car qualifiers? I know, what a wow testimonial. I need to like, whew, it gives me goosebumps.
So many golden nuggets too, right? But like, I just love how her share was just so real. Like, she just put herself out there as who she is and what she's learned, and her commitment and her passion, like leading by example for many of us to follow in those footsteps, right? You don't need to be an expert in anything. You know, if you're passionate and excited and you set your mind to something, you really can make huge things happen. So that's my takeaway from her share. I know we had we had Saeed, Mr. Saeed Human's hand up here. Anil, do you want to?
Yeah, let me just go back to that. Yes, beautiful share. So, Mr. Saeed Human, I just want to go back. There you are, Saeed. So let me unmute you. And just make sure you unmute yourself to Saeed. There you go. Can you hear us?
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead. Yes, Saeed, we can. Go ahead, sir.
Hi, Anil. Hi, Stefan. Thank you for letting me to speak. Thank you, Samantha, for all the nice words she gave about me. She's the real champion, and she's not working by herself to build up her team. She's helping other one also. She helped other member of the team to become a MGRS. We have in our team 5 MGRS this month, for the February.
Wow.
She's really a leader. She's going to grow. I'm sure she's going to grow much larger than the one she is right now, and she will be one of the top leader of the company. The way she works, the way she put her effort, the timing she's put on the business. Actually, I'm learning from her also, how she works and how hard she's working. Everybody, this should be for everybody. Everybody should work, and they have to progress their business. Everybody, they have to grow their business. That's the way it should go. Yeah.
Fantastic, Saeed. And I know, Samantha's success has been greatly fueled by your support and you helping her, and share with everyone now how it's been for you becoming car qualified. What does that mean for you?
Actually, again, recognition is very important should be important for everybody. For me, again, I was thinking to buy the Mercedes for a long time, but when I get the car qualified, I push it to become a car qualified. That's when you want to qualify for something in the company, means you are building your team. You are helping other people, especially for the car. You cannot do it by yourself. You have a team. You have to help other people to grow. Then you can become qualified. The same thing Samantha, she did it. She helped other member of the team to become MGRS, to add, to bring their own members. Then she can be qualified for the car. The same thing for me. I'm working with the team. I'm working with everybody to help them to grow their business. Then also I will get what I need.
Fantastic. Well, thanks for sharing that amazing,
Thank you.
Mr. Saeed. You're welcome. You're welcome. So, Stephanie, you want to continue? Is there anybody else that would like to share who are part of the car qualification? Is Mr. Rene Liao on the call? Mr. Reza Mizgalu, if you can speak, fine. Mr. Amarjeet. Mr. Arthur Anthony, and we heard from Samantha. So I'll just give everybody a quick second.
I don't see any other hands up at this time.
Okay, I'll just share quickly and we can move forward.
Yes, let's hear from you, Mr. Anil.
What has been for me and Callie has been phenomenal. I'm not sure if some of you have been following Callie as well on her Facebook. She got herself a vehicle as well yesterday. So we've been using our monthly car qualification. Now we have 2 vehicles, and we're very excited about that. What this means for me is, like, you know, I've been in companies where I was promised a car and was never given the car. And one of the things that really attracted me to Opulence Global was when I saw Mr. Renali out driving the M5, and he goes, Anil, my car is prepaid. Because back then the old program was prepaid for 18 months. I'm like, wait a second, you get an M5, one of my favorite cars in the world, prepaid for 18 months? And he's like, yep. And I'm like, so what do you got to do every month? He goes, nothing. I'm prepaid. It's pre-qualified. I'm like, it's for real? He says, yeah. So our car program is unlike anything on the planet. Our CEO is truly a man of his word, and he is, you know, he loves putting people in rides. He's also someone that loves nice cars. And so I went, Callie and I got a Mercedes, and we were car qualified for 8 out of the 12 months in 2018, and we're already car qualified for 2019. And it's, again, it goes back to us just focusing on sharing our story with people and making a difference. That's all it takes, ladies and gentlemen. And then understanding that you must be Lifestyle Director 1 to qualify for the $500 level for the car, and then Lifestyle Director 2 to qualify for the next level and beyond. So just get to Lifestyle Director 1. Do what you have to, especially if you want a car payment. And I always ask this in presentations. I'm going to ask all of you on this call right now. What would it mean for you for someone to pay for your vehicle, a luxury car, or to take a car payment off the driveway? What would that mean for you if that money wasn't going out every month towards a car payment? Just think about that for a minute. What could you do with that money? So maybe that's where you need to step it up. That's where you need to take a serious look, because that's money that you can have stay in your household to handle anything you need to handle. And so I just wanted to share that really, really quickly, because I don't want to make the call about myself. And is there anybody else, before we move on, Steph, to the next slide, any of the car qualifiers on the call would like to speak? I guess, no, I guess everybody's out enjoying their cars. So they, maybe they can't unmute because the top's down. So yeah, let's move on. But thanks everyone for sharing.
Yeah, and we have many people to recognize on this next slide. So, and I know I see a few of them on the call, which is really exciting. So MGRS. So I guess the first thing is there's many people on this slide that are no stranger to MGRS. In fact, I see a lot of familiar names that qualify for this bonus month after month after month after month, leading by example in achieving this milestone every single month. So I'm just going to go down the list, and as you hear your name, if you are on the call, please raise your hand so we can unmute you so you can share a few words of how this has been possible for you and what you've been doing to achieve MGRS. And especially would love to hear from the newer individuals and partners on this call. I know we have some new qualifiers for this bonus. So yeah, so keep that in mind. So first of all, we have Lifestyle Director 4, Mr. Reza Mizgarlu, Lifestyle Director 4, Mr. Rene Liao, Lifestyle Director 3, Mr. Anil and Ms. Callie, Lifestyle Director 2, Saeed Human, Lifestyle Director 2, Amarjeet, Lifestyle Director 2, Arthur Anthony from St. Lucia, Lifestyle Director 1, Maria Baptiste from Canada, Lifestyle Director 1, Miss Samantha from Canada. I don't think Samantha has missed one since she started in the business 6 months ago. Really exciting. Lifestyle Director 1, Miss Ifra Hassan. Lifestyle Director 1, Mr. Cuthbert. Lifestyle Director 1, May and Madeline from Singapore. Lifestyle Advisor, Miss Kathy. Lifestyle Advisor, Mr. Rohan from Canada. Lifestyle Advisor, Mr. Caroli from Ireland. Lifestyle Advisor, Ms. Sharman from Canada. Lifestyle Advisor, Ms. Judith from Ireland. And Lifestyle Advisor, Asser from St. Lucia. So congratulations to all of the February monthly global revenue sharing qualifiers. Congratulations to all of you. Please raise your hand if you are on the call. We would love to hear from you.
Yes, so thank you, Stephanie. I will look out for that. And as people raise their hands, I just wanted to share as well, February was a short month. You know, it's the shortest month of the year, and yet we had so many people rise to the occasion. And that's absolutely phenomenal. So I'm excited to see what the list of for March is going to be like with our anniversary celebration. And, you know, there is a buzz in the air. There's a buzz in the air. So please, all of you who are MGRS qualified, again, congratulations. And please raise your hand and share what it's been like for you being MGRS qualified and your journey in Opulence Global. And remember to keep your comments like a minute or less, please, for the sake of time.
So at this time, I don't see any hands raised, but I do want to highlight some people that I see on this list that I see on the call, and it just to encourage you to come and share a few words. So we have Azar from St. Lucia. I see you on the call. Mr. Sayed Human, who we've heard from with the CAR program. Mr. Cuthbert. Miss Maria Baptiste. And if there are individuals who are not on the call, but you know, if any of the leadership would like to share a few comments in regards to one of your partners who has achieved this milestone, please also raise your hand. I guess I will start to share on behalf of Ifra. So I know Ifra is usually on these calls. It's rare for her to miss one. She's actually at a youth conference today, and so she's not on the call. But this young lady, Lifestyle Director 1 out of Ottawa, Canada, has been relentless, you know, since she partnered with us a year ago. She's been working really, really hard. I think she's only missed a month or two maybe of MGRS in the year that she's been in the business. Leads by example. You know, MGRS is always a target. Like, her priority is to front load meetings in the beginning of the month so that she's got all the check marks that she needs well in advance. And she's been very successful in doing that. She works a 9-to-5 job. I know she's got an aggressive target to leave her government job very soon, to go full time. And yeah, she just leading by example of you know, when we want to inspire our team members to do things, the best way to do that is to show them. And Ifra is a perfect example of that. So I just wanted to share on her behalf since she's not on the call with us. I do see Maria Baptiste's hand.
Thank you, Steph. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Steph. I was just gonna say that as well. We have a bunch of quiet MGRS leaders on the call, so I can see your name in the list. So unless you're in a really, really noisy area, which I totally understand, or maybe you have laryngitis, I don't know, feel free to just share with everybody. Because remember, folks, our stories inspire others to take action. So always remember, what you have to say matters. Your comments matter. And you may not think it's important, or it may not be a big deal. However, it is, because not many people in network marketing or direct sales in their companies for February got qualified for extra money or extra bonuses or incentives. So this is a special privilege to be part of the MGRS monthly global revenue sharing pool. I have been in companies for 20 years. I've never been in a company where the ownership, the CEO, shares the company's profits with the field. Usually you either make money in the comp plan or you don't make money at all. So this is a privilege and honor to be part of the MGRS list. So I really want to hear how you feel about that. Okay, good. Thank you for communicating, Mr. Nathaniel Cuthbert, that you're driving. Sorry, Stephanie, I didn't mean to cut you off. You're going to say something.
No, it's okay. I was just saying I'm seeing some hands raised.
Okay,
So I see
perfect.
Maria
Okay.
Baptiste, I guess Cuthbert had sent you a message. His hand is also raised. And Miss Bernicia out of St. Lucia's hand is
Hello?
raised as well.
Yeah, so we'll start with Maria. And yeah, I was wondering why I wasn't hearing from Ms. Venetia. So it's good to see your hand raised. I'll meet you in a minute. So go ahead, Maria.
Could you hear me, ladies and gentlemen?
Very clearly, Maria.
Good morning, good morning, good morning to excellent job, Mr. Neil Ramtrita and also Stephanie West. I appreciate that. And good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are around the world. I'm super, super excited to be on the call. And more importantly, again, my name is Maria Baptiste, again, originally from Grenada, the Isle of Spice. But I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, the bottom line of it all, because I've listened to you both with the tremendous encouraging word, inspirational word you can hear over and over. And to me, as my background in the sales, network marketing, business management for over 15 years, I was always the type of person driven. I was always the type of person who wanted more out of life. And I thank my parents for what instilled that in me. You know, my dad, even today, when he got me involved in martial arts, he says, I want you to stay focused, to become strong, to develop the self-discipline and persistency in anything that you do. So the characteristic and what have given me from who make me who I am today. So my main focus to me, I'll tell to everyone, is to stay focused. You gotta stay focused and you gotta have your why. Your why has to make you cry. So every time when you go through any challenges or anytime when you meet the naysayers or the negative, toxic one, if you build yourself with that strong confidence, you ignore all these things and you just keep on pressing on. As a quote I'll use from Martin Luther King, he says, if you cannot fly, run. If you cannot run, crawl. If you cannot crawl, walk. But whatever you do, keep moving forward. So it's my delight being part of the MGRA. I mean, the fact I've been there for a while now and I want to pursue, lead by example. But to me, my main focus is staying focused, being persistent and consistency. That's my main vision. Doesn't matter what you go through, up and down, life, we live in this broken world. We go through all the ups and downs. But if you remain focused, stay excited, be enthusiastic, surround yourself with the positive winners. I am blessed to be part of Opulence Global, meeting the CEO, the SVP, Sanaz Human, and tremendous leaders like Anil and Renee, and all these great leaders, what lead by example. Just surrounding yourself around them, that encourage you to pursue with your dreams and goals. So for me with MGRA, that's excites me because I'm leading by example. My team can see what I do because I'm working hard to empower them to do the same. Some people are slow, some people are fast. Everybody have different time. But the fact of the matter, the bottom line of it all is to stay in tune, stay connected. Attend, as Anil was saying earlier on, is getting on the webinar calls. Listen to the calls, the Sunday night calls, the Tuesday night. These, the more you listen to, formal education make you a living, but self-education make you a fortune. Surround yourself with the right quality people and stay focused. That's what I'd like to leave with you guys. Again, as I mentioned, my background is that over 15 years, and I never give up. I've traveled all over. I had the opportunity meeting Les Brown, Jim Rohn, Brian Tracy, all those great leaders, and it's just a matter of time. But I'm already ahead. I'm already, I'll say, lifestyle director 5. I'm already there. I've seen it. I've visualized it. So it's the only thing with it is to having my team to get into that same zone, get out from the comfort zone and keep on striving to accomplish for higher achievements. They say you forget the mistake of the past, pressed on the greater achievement of the future, and you will have all what you really wanted to do. So this is what I wanted to share for ladies and gentlemen, to stay focused, be persistent, be consistency, and continue doing what you know what is best for you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Anil, and thank you for Stephanie West for having me on the call.
Thank you, Maria, from the Toronto, Canada marketplace. So we appreciate your share, and we can definitely tell by your energy lots is going on. So let's keep moving for the sake of time. So I'm just gonna unmute Mr. Cuthbert Nathaniel. So just give me a second. So there you go, Mr. Nathaniel, go ahead. I think you may need to unmute yourself. And then we'll do Miss Venetia Charles Jones next. So, Cuthbert, can you unmute yourself, please? If you can hear me clearly. I think he may be driving. So we'll just go on to Venetia and come back to him, okay?
Hello?
So Venetia, oh, there you are.
Hello?
Yes,
Hi,
go ahead.
Anil.
We can hear you now.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all Opulence global partners and persons on this call. Cuthbert Nathaniel from St. Lucia. Always elated to be part of the MGRS crew. And I have two wonderful, fantastic persons to thank for that. My leaders, Venetia Charles Jones and Arthur Anthony. These guys are wonderful people. They're there for you. They will work with you. And the last few months, it has been an extremely fantastic learning experience working with these persons. We have a fantastic team in St. Lucia, and as you said, and I've heard many times, anybody can achieve MGRS or the car qualifying program. Again, it's persistence, consistency, and the thing is, you don't wait till the end of the month to do what you have to do. You need to be at it. You need to be consistent, and just keep working the ground. That's what it is. In fact, what I say to people is that I am Fountain of Life. I am Opulence Global. So every minute, every moment, whoever I meet, I speak to them about it. And for those persons who are working towards MGRS, just keep at it, and we will all get there.
And Cuthbert, if you don't mind sharing with everybody, so you're from the island of St. Lucia, and what do you do for a living or career, sir?
I am a professional accountant,
Okay.
British qualified, but operating my own accounting business now.
Fantastic. So you're already a busy person, yet you've created the time.
Yeah, that is why right now I'm just about heading to a meeting right now, but decided that I am going to be on the call whilst driving.
Okay, fantastic. We'll let you get to your meeting. Thank you for your share.
Okay,
and have
welcome.
a very successful day, sir. Yes.
Thank you.
You're
Same
welcome.
to you. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye. So now let's go to someone who, in my opinion, doesn't need an introduction, but for a lot of you haven't met her yet. You know, she is the star of the Caribbean, I would affectionately say, and I have a lot of respect to call Miss Venetia Charles Jones my business partner. We're not in the same team. We do not benefit at all in income from each other's activities, but she has been an inspiration to myself and Callie, being part of Opulence Global, and we're very proud to have her in our family. So Venetia, I'm just going to unmute you so you can share.
Good morning, Anil. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. I apologize for getting on the call late because I really, really wanted to hear Steph's story, and I missed that. Steph, you're doing an amazing job with Anil this morning. And I love to just sit and listen to you guys, and then you keep insisting. I'm not seeing people's hands going up. Anil, what a story, your story. And I'm saying, you know, something, we're great at a lot of things in Opulence Global, but I think we need to step up in telling our stories. And I start with myself. Anil, I'd love to hear your story again. I would love to sit and do an interview with you with your story, you and Steph. And I know that we have so many stories that persons still have not heard. And my God, where have you all been hiding, Samantha? She is a force to reckon with. I'm sitting there covered in goosebumps, ready to tear up, listening to her with her passion and her vigor and her energy. And that's what we need every day. But really, I want to talk about Asa. She is from St. Lucia. She's MGRS qualified. I'm trying not to take your time, guys. And Asa came to our tour in St. Lucia the ending of January. And at the end of the tour, she comes to me outside and she says, "So what is this? I didn't really get it. Just show me the money." And then I remembered Rennie. And then I showed her the money and I showed her my lifestyle. And she got on it right away. Within 7 days of getting on, she launched her 2 LAs. And within her first 2 weeks, she hit MGRS. She was able to recover her investment within 3 weeks and make much more money over that. And she's driven. She says, "When I'm driven by the money right now because I cannot work a job again. I cannot go back to being an employee. I hate this thing where people control my time, and I love to travel. I love to help people, and I can't do that in a job." She's highly educated. She's extremely passionate about people, and she's heading for the cruise. She's not stopping this year until she gets on that cruise. And then when I tell her about Cancun, Mexico, and Dubai next year, then she gets on fire. I say to persons, if a new person who's never been involved in sales, who's never been involved in network marketing can do this purely by passion, purely by the zeal that she has and the why that she came on board with, it means that we all can do it. And Anil, I go back to your story that you could have given up when you lost everything. My God, I'm listening to your story again this morning. I'm like, wow, how the hell did this guy do that? I don't know that I could do it. I'm serious. Because we don't know how much strength we have until we hear another person's story like yours, Anil. And honestly, I don't know that I would be able to do what you did and to come back so resiliently and so strong. But I admire not just you doing it, but sharing it with us. So those of us who don't feel that we could do it like me can gain strength from that. So I really want to thank you, Anil. I want to thank you, Steph, though I didn't get your story. But I know you also have a very phenomenal story because I've been following you a lot. And all the other persons who shared their story on the call today. 7, 8 years ago, the Night of the Stars got me to sign up my business. I listened to people sharing how they became successful in this company 8 years ago. That's what made me decide to join this company. So I'm asking you guys, even if you are not being highlighted on the call, but bring your guests every month when we have these calls. They will be moved, even if not by my story in St. Lucia, but a new story in Toronto. So thank you very much again for having us. Arthur is driving as well with a bus loaded with guests in St. Lucia. And so he can't be on the call or to share. So on behalf of him as well, he's excited, pushing every single month in hitting MGRS and the CAR program. And he's consistent at it, both as a leader and as a team player. And I look forward to more persons from St. Lucia and the Caribbean, Anil, in being on these posters going forward.
Thank you, Miss Charles Jones, and everyone. Get to know Venetia. She's absolutely phenomenal, and Venetia, thank you for your kind words as well. I really appreciate that coming from someone like you. And we had a chance to party on the cruise in the Bahamas with you and Arthur, and that we had a blast, and it was great socializing. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember, the MGRS qualification is a privilege. Our CEO does not have to share the profits from a corporate level with the field, and I've never been in a company where that has ever happened. So get to MGRS qualified. And for those of you that are on the call who have been part of other network marketing companies or know people in other companies, direct sales, network marketing, reach out to these people and say, hey, would you like to take a look at what I'm up to? I'm part of a company where the CEO and founder and ownership shares the corporate profits with the field. And we have many, many qualifiers. So this is not even part of the compensation plan. This is extra. And I promise you'll get a lot of your network marketing friends and direct sales and MLM friends taking a serious look at Opulence Global, because this does not exist in the industry. Okay. So just remember that, ladies and gentlemen. Just remember that you want to share that with people. Okay. And Stephanie, in all fairness to you, we started the recording after you shared your 2-minute story, and I think I speak on behalf of everybody where we need to hear it again. So Steph, go ahead and share your 2-minute story, please.
Okay, no problem. Just for the record, to make sure that everybody else who replays this recording after can hear it. So Thank you so much for the opportunity, Anil, and for Vernisha for requesting to hear it. So my name's Steph Wise. I'm a Lifestyle Director 1 out of Ottawa, Canada. And I saw this opportunity 7 years ago. At the time, I was a new mom. My son was a year old. I was working 60, 70 hours a week in a franchise environment. So from the age of 19, I ran a franchise, traditional business, moved into a leadership role in that company. So I was mentoring franchisees and working a lot, loved what I did because I was teaching students how to run a business. And actually my previous mentor in that company, who taught me everything I know about business from the age of 19, introduced me to Opulence Global. And she said, Steph, you need to take a look at something. I found our retirement plan. And since this individual, Sophie, taught me everything I knew about business from when I was young, I knew that what she said had to be true. And so I took a look and I immediately got the vision. I was not a big fashion person. And at the time we just had jewelry, nothing compared to the incredible product advancements that we've had over 7 years. I did some homework on the CEO. I understood the track record of our CEO and founder, Mr. Ramin Mezgarlu. I got the vision. And what I saw for myself was the opportunity to do what I loved. And that's teaching people about business and helping people win in business, but on a global scale. And so I got started right away as a lifestyle advisor. And admittedly, I had a full plate. As I mentioned, I was working 60, 70 hours a week. My son was a year old. I didn't have a lot of time to put into my business, but I understood the value of positioning. And so I positioned myself and I worked on my business very part-time for really the first 5 years, 5 to 8 hours a week maybe. And maybe, some weeks not even that, like depending on what was going on. But I was always around. I always had part-time hours into my business while I was managing other things. And then a series of events a couple years ago just really made me take a closer look at, where I wanted to be in life and what I wanted to do and what my purpose was. It was actually following a pretty serious car accident where I, evaluated, where I was spending my time with, where I was spending my time, who I was spending it with, what was important to me. And, I decided to really put my head down and focus. It's amazing when you put focus and commitment to something, what happens. And it's been a wild ride. It's been an amazing journey. I've seen leadership develop up in my team, that's what fires me up the most, is helping other people win and helping other people succeed. Because I know that the more I'm able to do that, it also in turn helps me. So the more we help others, it also lifts our own, personal situations up and getting one step closer to financial freedom. So yeah, so that's a little bit about me. Coming from traditional business, I've been with the company a long time, kind of silent in the background, very part-time until about a couple years ago. And that's where I am today. So thank you.
Fantastic, Stephanie. Thanks for sharing that again. Again, my apologies, hitting the record button after you shared it in the beginning. So awesome. Well, thank everybody for your shares. Absolutely amazing call. Fantastic call so far. So Steph, let's keep moving forward for the sake of time.
So we have, to conclude the Night of the Stars, we have two new Lifestyle Director 1s. Both of them are from Kenya, which is really, really exciting. And so we have Anne Kinuthia, I hope I pronounced that correctly, from Kenya, and Susan Karithi, I hope I pronounced that correctly. So we've got two new Lifestyle Director 1s out of Kenya. I know Kenya is an exploding market, and really we're seeing the leadership duplicating in that market. And I was checking earlier to see if they were on the call. If either of these young ladies are on the call, or one of the leaders in the Kenya market is on the call that would like to raise their hand to share a few words, please do so. We would love to hear from you.
And I will check to see if anybody has their hand raised. So Steph, no, no one. But if one of the leaders who is who Anne is part of their team, I think that should be Reza. I know Reza is tied up at the moment with responsibilities. So he said he'd be on the call, but he may not be able to speak. So if he doesn't raise his hand, Steph, let's keep moving, and then I'll look out for him. Okay?
Sure, no problem. So we've got these two young ladies. I do not see Reza on the call at this time. So maybe we'll give another minute. And besides that, Anil, that concludes the slides for Night of the Stars as well.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, Steph, for such a great job. You did amazing. I'm happy I partnered with you today for this call. It took us this long to work together, eh? So,
know, right?
yeah, exactly. And I want to give it back to Steph, folks. Please reach out to us. Let us know you want to participate in the calls. Let us know you would like to join us, partner with us, share with us. We want to hear your voice. Remember, as Samantha Zamani nicely showed by her example, your
Anil? Anil, we lost you there for a moment. Can everyone hear me? Can you type in the chat? You can hear me okay? Okay, you can hear me. Anil, we lost you there. So I want to thank everybody for taking the time to be on the call today for the Night of the Stars. It's one of the most important calls of the month to recognize our leaders and hear from them. And honestly, I love being on these calls as well. I mean, today I have the privilege of co-hosting, but I just love to hear all the stories and nuggets and inspiration from everybody who shares with us. And even on the other corporate calls with Danny, you know, when we have the opportunity to put our hands up and share what's working, strategies, we can all learn from each other. I was sitting here, though, a bit distracted, manning the slides, trying to take notes at the same time. And a lesson learned for me, it's, you know, it's another sort of animal to be able to manage these calls at the same time rather than just tuning in. And I think, as Anil was mentioning earlier, you know, if you have an interest in participating on these calls, whether it's co-hosting or even just contributing your ideas, don't be shy, right? We all want to hear from you. We all learn from each other. So make sure you're putting your hand up to share, and don't be afraid. You know, this is a safe place that we can learn and grow from each other. So I see that Anil is back. I see that you are back in the chat. I do not see you on the screen, however. So I'm just going to, because I know the next part of the training is Mr. Anil is going to share some strategies on promoting events. So I'm just waiting for him to come back so we can move forward with the call. Mr. Anil, there he is. Yay.
Can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Sorry, that's bad internet. My apologies, everyone. Thank you, Payman, for pointing that out. I really appreciate that. See, my voice does matter. Someone made that very clear to me. Thank you, Stephanie, for picking up the slack there with me falling off the face of the earth for a couple of minutes. Yes, so as Stephanie nicely said, everyone, yes, we want you letting us know. We want you stepping up. Please reach out to us. So let's conclude the call I just want to share something with everyone. So let me just share my screen. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our weekly email we get from our company. Make sure you're registered to receive notifications and emails from the company. So you definitely want to log into your back office on the dashboard, go into your profile and make sure your email is there and you do receive notifications from the company, because a lot of great announcements go out. And if you notice here, we have information about our auction. Make sure you're part of the auction for our March 23rd event, our gala and training. You can bid on prizes, so you can earn points being part of the auction. Also, make sure and share your testimonial on social media to win a prize. You want to follow the steps for that. Definitely, we want you participating in that and sharing your 2-minute story. Remember our Black Tie Affair. Come dressed to impress. The 23rd. And again, our CEO is very, very generous. It's only $20. I think it's sold out. However, for any guest that comes out on the Friday, I think they're making an allowances for a few more people. Don't quote me on that, but I'm sure we'll be able to accommodate some more people for the Saturday. So you want to pack the event Friday evening, which is our tour Friday night at the Marriott. I'm going to be at the showroom for 6:30 in Toronto doing walkthroughs with guests before we go to the Marriott. So if there's anyone on this call, I can assist with any guests. If your guests are here and you cannot fly in for whatever reason, because of visa or any situation, please reach out to us and let's do some calls leading up to the event so we can host your guests for you. Okay, I will personally step forward to assist you. So make sure and let us know. And of course, reach out to your team leaders for assistance. I will be at the showroom for 6:30 on March 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, we have new launches in our back office with our hosiery and new bags. So you definitely want to check in the Posh and the Fairy. So very, very excited about that. And of course, Stephanie nicely went over the production for February with up and coming rising stars and car qualifiers. So nicely done, Stephanie. You did a great, great job today. And remember too, ladies and gentlemen, put the reminders for the calls this week in your calendar. Monday, the product crossfire. Tuesday, the prosperity crossfire. Wednesday, we're back in Toronto live and in person at the showroom for 7:30 with our tour. I think Mr. Rene Liao flew back last night, so he will definitely be joining me presenting on Wednesday. Also, our regular Saturday training, make sure that we are all registered to be on the Saturday live training. And next week, Saturday, we're not doing it because we will be doing our training and our gala. And I know a lot of you are excited for that. So we will not be on at 10 a.m. like this. However, I'm not sure if it was announced. If anyone knows, please comment in the chat if the training on Saturday will be broadcasted online for people who want to join us from wherever they are in the world. And of course, Sunday night is our business opportunity tour next Sunday. And I will be hosting it. And if anybody on the call would like to do the tour along with me, please message me. And I would love to work with you so that we can present that information for next Sunday. Again, the more people that step up, the better, because then we can teach you and train you and mentor you on how to make your market work and be profitable and serve the people in your marketplace wherever you are. So please, I want to encourage you to step up. The secret event, I'm sure some of you have heard about this. Mr. Nasuman created a Facebook page around it. It's called Dream Building. I was at the last one. There were giveaways and prizes, and it was lots of fun. So that's going to be happening April 13th. So for those of you that want to be a part of that, make sure and buy your ticket. So Mr. Nasuman has a head count of how many people are coming, because I think she will be renting a facility for this, because last time I think we had almost 100 people show up. So it was quite an event and we had lots of fun. There was food, drinks, and we just had a blast, and there was prizes. Okay, fantastic. So there will be a thank you, Miss Erin Spreen, for sharing. There will be lots of Facebook lives being shared for our event on Saturday. So please be alert to that. I recommend as well, get together with your team members, make it a fun event. If you cannot fly in for whatever reason, get together with everybody in your marketplace, join us that day on the Facebook Lives, or when the company announces if they will be doing a broadcast, you will be notified this week. However, don't let that Saturday be wasted, March 23rd. Make sure you're on for the training. We're going to have a lot of very, very, very important information disseminated to all of you. So we went a little bit over time, and as you can tell, we had so many amazing comments. We had great shares. Thank you, everybody, for contributing to the call today. I had a blast. You know, this is a great way to start my weekend. I started my Saturday with quite a few challenges, and I knew that the call would set me straight mentally, and so I thank all of you for contributing to my Saturday with your energy and your comments and shares today. And thank you, Steph Wise from the Ottawa Marketplace, Miss Steph Wise, for being my partner today. It was like, you know, ebony and ivory on the Zoom today. So thank you for
Ebony and
what's that?
Ivory, ebony and ivory. I love that. And
Yeah,
sorry,
or you could say white chocolate, dark chocolate, however you want to slice
however
it.
you want to slice it. Thank you, Anil. Before I know you're going to continue on, I just wanted to say thank you. It's been an honor and privilege, and I look forward to co-hosting and contributing with you as well as with other partners in the future. So thanks for having me on the call.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say this to end our call. Remember, again, I'm just going to reiterate, your voice matters. Your story matters. What you have to share and help other people with matters. The great part is we can add Fountain of Life, we can add our Fairy Flawless, we can add our fashion to our story to serve and benefit people. You know, one thing I've learned in life, and one of my mentors taught me this years ago, he goes, Anil, the more people you serve, so they get what you want, you will get what you want. So take the focus off yourself, focus on others. And that's a very important lesson I've had to learn in my life, is when I focus on others, my challenges, my concerns, my worries diminish. They sort of fade away in the background. However, when I focus on myself and I focus on my worries and challenges, it's like a fog. It just consumes me and I can't see my hand in front of my face. And so I've learned how to really, really, really focus on serving others. And believe me, it's a consistent daily reminder that I have to give myself. And you know, our CEO taught me this very, very important lesson in a conversation recently with me. He goes, Anil, when I'm faced with a challenge, or I'm faced with negative conversations, or a thought enters my mind that's negative, I give it 15 seconds. 15 seconds, and then I move on to what I'm up to and what I'm creating. So that was very, very valuable coaching to me, because I will admit I've allowed some of my personal challenges to overwhelm me at times, because as you heard from my share, I've had a lot to deal with. Basically, I've had to start from zero and rebuild everything in my life. However, I'm grateful because my circumstances never really determined who I am. I determine who I am. And so you can determine who you are by planting your flag, by taking a stand, by declaring to the world and to the universe who you are and what you stand for on the planet. And the great part is we are part of an amazing company called Opulence Global as the vehicle we've chosen to get that done. So remember, ladies and gentlemen, you're in a very special place. Not many people go through life having privileges like these to be part of something this amazing and this movement to the billion. However, we want you stepping up and making a difference. So reach out to us. Let us know you'd like to join us on the call, be the host of the month. Let's get you to LD1, LD2, LD3, LD4, LD5. Why? So that you can continue making more of a difference. The more is given to you, the more responsibility is given to you, the more you have access to the tools at your fingertips to create what you want. That's all it means. Don't get caught up in the title, or you're an LD, or I'm an LD1, LD2, LD3. That doesn't mean anything in the big world of things. What it simply means is you have access to more, so you can continue serving people more powerfully and being of service and on a blessing in people's lives. So I know all of you are already doing that. Continue to be a blessing in people's lives. Let us know how we can support you. Thank you all for your contribution to the February production and making a difference on the planet wherever you live. Thank you for your comments today. Again, thank you, Ms. Steph Wise, for being my amazing partner today. And I love all of you. On behalf of the Opulence Global family, I want to thank all of you for being on the call today. My name is Anil Ramtrito, Lifestyle Director 3. I will see all of you this week, either on our calls or at our anniversary celebration. Safe travels, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend and week. Take care. Bye-bye.